Hello friends, welcome back. In this tutorial we will study about first normal form, that is 1NF. First normal form was defined to disallow multi-valued attributes, composite attributes and their combinations. The only values permitted by first normal form are single atomic or indivisible values. Now how to achieve first normal form of a relation? Consider the relation schema department, whose primary key is D number, that is department number. Each department can have a number of locations. Therefore, the attribute D locations, that is the department locations, is not an atomic attribute. Department relation is not in first normal form. Here you can see the example state of a relation department. Here you can see in this table that in first row uh, there are three values for the attribute D locations. So here this department research, its department number is 5 and it has three locations A, B and C. So this relation department is not in first normal form. Now there are three techniques to achieve first normal form of this department relation. So what is the first technique? The first technique is remove the attribute D locations that violate the first normal form and place it in a separate relation department locations along with the primary key D number of department. The primary key of this relation is the combination of D number and D location, and a distinct tuple in department locations exists for each location of a department. Now let us see how this happens. So this is the department relation. So what we have done from this department relation, we have removed this attribute D locations which violates the first normal form, and we have made a new relation department locations, and it has two attributes, department number and D location. Primary key of this relation department location is the combination of these two attributes, department number D number and department location D location. And in this relation there is a distinct tuple for each location of a department. So here you can see that in this original department relation for department number 5, this one, the value of D locations is A, B, C, because this department number 5 had three locations A, B and C. So in this relation department locations, what happened? There are three tuples for department number 5, each for each separate department location. One is for department location A, one is for department location B and one is for department location C. So in this way you can see that this relation department, which was not in first normal form, it is decomposed into two first normal form relations, department and department locations. Now what is the second technique? Second technique is that in the department relation we will expand the key so that there will be a separate tuple in the original department relation for each location of a department. In this case the primary key becomes the combination of D number and D location. So here you can see that. So what we have done here, this is the original department relation which is not in first normal form. So what we have done in this case we have expanded the primary key. In this case the primary key is the combination of department number D number and department location D location attribute. And in this case what we have done, in this case there is a separate tuple in the relation for each location of a department. So here you can see that in original department relation for department number 5 there were three locations A, B and C, and there was only one tuple which was showing that department number 5 is having three locations A, B and C. But here in this department which is in first normal form, there is a separate tuple for each location for department number 5. Here you can see that in this row you can see that department number 5 has a D location value A. In this row you can see that department number 5 has D location value B, and so on. right? So there is a drawback of this technique. What is the disadvantage or drawback? It is that it introduces redundancy in the relation. Now the third technique. The third technique is if the maximum number of values is known for the attribute. For example, it is known that at most 3 locations can exist for the department. Then we will replace the D locations attribute by 3 atomic attributes: D location 1, D location 2, and D location 3. This solution has the disadvantage of introducing null values if most departments have fewer than 3 locations. Among these 3 techniques, first one is considered best.